what we think about is the atmosphere that we had in the stadium last week, right? And how do we get that type of crowd week in and week out? And it really creates an advantage for us. When we have our fans behind us and they're loud and cheering and putting pressure on the opponent, it really helps the team. To me, it's more about the pieces that they have and how they can hurt you. Klaus is very good in and around the penalty box. Hartl, as you mentioned, top player. Lovin, also excellent player. So they have quality. And for us, it's respecting that quality and being really focused on our game. And we're gonna have to be, to win it.
What you'll see from the group is a committed group. A group that when you watch play will both entertain you, but you'll be proud for how they're working for each other and working for the city of Chicago. I consider the Chicago Fire sleeping giant.
Chicago, what up? I am Gabe Ramirez, and welcome back to Inside the Fire. And this is the show where we go beyond the pitch, and we show you what makes this club and these players so special. So this week, we're taking you beyond the scoreboard to see how our guys are showing up in the community, whether it's Philip Zinkernagel joining a Special Olympics training session, goalkeepers Chris Brady and Jeff Gall spending time at Misericordia, or Hugo Kuipers giving back to the incredible team at Ronald McDonald House who supported his family during the birth of his first child. We're also going to highlight the next wave of Fire talent with a closer look at our Discovery Centers and the moment a few young players turned potential into promise by officially joining the club. But first, let's rewind to that dramatic, and I do mean dramatic, 3-2 comeback win over St. Louis City SC, as well as the final match day poster of the season brought to life by the incredibly talented Ness. She's super dope, and her signature cereal box character gave this rivalry a bold, creative twist, and I had the chance to sit down and talk to her about the vision behind it and a little bit about her, so let's get into it. This is Inside the Fire. What's up, Fire fans? I am so excited to talk to our last poster series illustrator right now. We want you guys to make sure you check it out. August 16th, 7:30, it goes down SeatGeek Stadium. But right now, we get the opportunity to talk to artist Vanessa, who created this wonderful illustration. Vanessa, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, so I want to start off this poster. I mean, the thing that stands out the most, right, is your iconic cereal box character that is obviously synonymous with your work. Talk to me about, obviously Chicago Fire comes to you with the idea. What are you thinking on how to incorporate, your iconic figure, with the Chicago Fire?
I think to me, my character itself is very playful and vibrant. And so for me, I always think about this is like a child within a family that's always the loud one and just always having fun. So I feel like it blends really well into the spirit of both Chicago and the sport. So I just wanted to bring that spirit of coming together for something in the summer and everyone having the same spirit.
Summertime shy.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, right? Talk to me about, the cereal box character itself, right? How did that become your signature character? Where did that come from?
It was based on a lot of murals that I see in Chicago. So big name artists that have this character that they're known for. I started seeing them pop up everywhere during 2020, which is when I started painting my character. And I just said, honestly, what can I create that sticks with me, something that feels like me? And it's just been something that has been a symbol in my art since then.
I love that. Favorite cereal growing up, what is it?
Honestly, nothing childish. I like the plain ones, Cheerios.
Fair?
Yeah,
with a little bananas in them.
Something boring, yeah.
Something like that. I think we all have our favorites. No shade there. I also know that, when in your work, you like to incorporate the city of Chicago, specifically some neighborhoods. What are the odes to Chicago in this particular poster?
Yeah, a lot of them are very specific to the Chicago flag. So incorporating the 4 stars was my favorite part of it, and having the St. Louis logo kind of blend into it. So when I designed it, I thought of both characters being a player on both teams, and they have this little fun rivalry. Having the bottom character kind of grab onto the stars, showing it's a rivalry, but it's also fun.
Right. But you also mentioned that there's a bigger component into this, right? Something that has to do with Chicago history. What's that?
Yeah, so I've always had this fixation with the Columbus Exposition. from 1893. So kind of like taking in the World's Fair and history and seeing how it can combine history and like modern day like Chicago spirit was something really fun that I want to think about. A lot of the colors actually blend well with both of the teams and both of the flags from both states, which just kind of worked out. So like a lot of navy blue, bright red, white, and so having those two blend together, it just worked out.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the World's Fairs, there was some drama between St. Louis and Chicago, so you get to see it play out here is even better. All right, so talk to me about the creative process, right? Not only from this poster, but just yours in general. What is that like for people that are unfamiliar with your work?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it starts with just like color. Color palette's like a big thing with me. A lot of clean lines, which is something I wanted to bring into the style of the design. But it all starts like really like scratchy. Lots of like sketches before and a lot of inspiration. And so like with the World's Fair too, like a lot of them are about like grandeur and kind of just like showing off like what you're proud of and what your city is like really known for. So like bringing in elements like the skyline and the train, like I knew I wanted to put that in there. Just like making something very lively that you could look at it every time and you see like a different element.
Yeah, it's funny too, right? Like those of us that are from Chicago or the Chicagoland area, we're very passionate about our city, right? And so to see that come through certainly makes a difference. You mentioned earlier, your characters, right? And the ones that are in here. And typically you do characters in motion, right? Like that's what that is for you. And soccer kind of leads to that. So how were you able to blend that, your style, but also the fact that, Chicago Fire and soccer needed to be in there as well?
I mean, the motion part was really the main thing I wanted to capture. I was really inspired by a coworker actually. When I used to work at a park district, we were really known for our soccer. And one of my main coworkers actually worked for Chicago Fire. So he was like, he inspired this out of me.
You got the cheat code.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like the head coach of like the junior team for the kids. And I used to like film him when we were doing like, soccer videos for children at the park district. And so just like capturing those images, going back on like, when I used to take photos of them, it really like gave me like a dynamic shot to like take inspiration from.
Oh, that's so cool. Did you play soccer growing up?
I didn't, but I've always been a fan.
Yeah, it was like in your family, in your neighborhood. I mean, outside of, the gentleman that you were just mentioning?
It's a neighborhood thing for sure, like a cultural thing. I think just like the spirit of like the crowd and seeing like everyone like just be rooting for the same thing is like what really like captures me.
That's so cool. So what did you feel like when the Fire reached out and said, hey, we want one of your posters?
Yeah, I mean, that's always exciting. I mean, anytime like my art is able to like add to like the culture of the city, like that's really like the projects that make me really excited.
Yeah, it's obviously that's what's happening right here. All right, well, look, I look at this and I know what I take away from it, right? But the fan that's out there that could potentially pick this up, August 16th, when someone walks by your poster, what do you want them to take away from it?
I guess to commemorate the moment. Like they look back on it, they have it on their wall. It's something that they want to put up in their living room and frame it and just remember like, oh, it takes me right back to that moment.
Of course. And well, that's essentially what we want you guys to do. August 16th, you can pick this up. We'll have 100 of them. Vanessa will be signing them, so you can get a nice little autograph on that as well. Put it up in your room so that way you can commemorate the moment the way that she has just said. Again, SeatGeek Stadium, August 16th, 7:30, Chicago Fire versus St. Louis SC. We want to make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Vanessa, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate even more the poster that you made.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
The ninth spot currently occupied by New York City, that last and final playoff spot. Just a couple of points below New York City, you'll find the Chicago Fire. A little bit later than we thought, the rain and the thunder and the lightning came through Bridgeview, Illinois earlier, sent us into about an hour weather delay here at SeatGeek Stadium. But now the Chicago Fire and St. Louis City are on the field and ready to go.
Make sure you're ready for the start of the game, man. We can kill it about 30 if we're ready for this. Everyone has to know that they're going to come quick, but we got to go quicker.
There is the whistle, and we are underway tonight. Chicago taking on St. Louis. Chicago trying to keep this unbeaten run going. Unbeaten their last 4 coming in. The home team has won each of the previous 3 matches. Will that hold true tonight? Going to face forward and find Gutman on the overlap. Gutman's early service coming in. Kuipers! Gutman to Kuipers. Chicago's on the board first. Down the line, Bamba, the cross taken by Roman Berkey, and that quick distribution as we've seen tonight. Now Padelford, the cross, steered away. Ostrak in the middle. Ostrak gets the shot away and scores! The perfect start to the second half for St. Louis City. 1-1. Ostrak again, already a goal tonight, drives this across. Chance to shoot, it's 2-1! Marcel Hartel for St. Louis, and City's in front. But now here's Gutman for the Fire, looking to play it behind, an inch-perfect pass for Bamba. Bamba drives it across, oh, it's over the bar!
With the ability to beat his individual marker 1v1, and this is something that you cannot teach.
And all of a sudden, this game has really come to life in the second half. In short, here's Gutierrez, diving save by Berkey. Zinkernagel. Trying to get space for a shot, lays it off for Brian Gutierrez! Chicago leads again!
Slotted to perfection. Big-time players standing up in big-time moments to give Chicago Fire the lead.
That is full time. 3 points for the Chicago Fire. A come-from-behind victory for Greg Berhalter's side, and 3-2 winners over St. Louis City.
Game ball goes to a player that actually asked me at halftime, "Hey, coach, how am I doing tucking in on the weak side defending?" I said, "Dude, you're doing an amazing job. Just keep going." But the point is that the work that Guti did today was outstanding, right? And to get the winning goal is amazing, but we're really happy with the work. That's the important thing. All right, congratulations.
No, I think it was we bounced back from a 2v1 deficit. I think the fight from the team is amazing and the team spirit we have, and it shows, you know, when difficult times we stick together, and happy for the 3 points, so let's go.
Guti, what a moment and what a win for the Fire. All right, coming up, we'll show you how some of the guys on the team are making an impact off the field in ways that matter just as much. Stick around. More Inside the Fire after this. Welcome back to Inside the Fire. I am Gabe Ramirez, and you know, it's easy to cheer for the guys during a match, right? They're out there playing their hearts out, but it's even easier when you see the kind of heart they show in the community. So whether that's training with Special Olympic athletes, visiting kids and families, or even just showing up and being present, these guys, they get it. So let's take a look at how they show up for the city of Chicago and how they are making a difference.
We got to get the music going, you know? Get everyone fired up. That's what gets me fired up.
We are at Misericordia, and we're playing some soccer. We got some competitors out there, but you know, end of the day, as long as everyone's having fun, that's what matters.
Good job. Well done. Keep going, keep going. Well done, well done, well done. Good job.
So Misericordia serves more than 600 children and adults with developmental disabilities. Our goal here at Misericordia is to provide the highest quality of life and to make sure our residents are as most independent as possible.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
We really love the partnership with Chicago Fire. They come usually once a year and bring players and of course Sparkies, and it's just a really special relationship and something that the residents absolutely love and enjoy. We really do focus on their abilities and not their disabilities, and so it's really important for us to be able to have people come here and see what they can do, and I think the members of Chicago Fire are very impressed with how our residents are playing, and I think they'll walk away with a good experience, and then we can share in that experience, and our residents will be talking about it for months, so we're really happy that they're here.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
For these guys, it means a lot to be able to express yourselves through sport or arts and crafts or whatever it may be. And yeah, I think just enjoying every little moment is huge.
Hey guys, what's up?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm good.
I went into field training. It looks nice. How do you feel? How's it been coming back from the All-Star?
I kind of missed it.
You miss it?
I'm gonna lie.
It was fun, huh?
Missed it.
Yeah?
I got 2 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great, man. Cones?
Oh, sorry.
I'm the new coach. It's fine. I'll do it.
Please.
3 cones. 1 here. You can put that there, and then you can put it here. Yeah, perfect. And then you just pass the ball around, right? Follow the ball. You know that drill? Play on. Good passing, man. Oh, good tackle. Oh, skills. Whenever you guys score, it's 5 push-ups for the goalie. There he is. Oh, first goal.
Boy, I did say I scored.
Love it. Oh, nice one. Oh, keeps. Oh, power. Oh, you can do it. Oh, what a goal! Whoa. Oh, what a save! What a save! The ball was flat. I'll take another ball. Oh, just finish him off. Woo! Some good goals, man.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Always nice to finish with a win.
Have fun, guys. Enjoy. I'm here to volunteer at the soccer tournament organized by the house of Ronald McDonald. When our son was born last September, he was born a month premature, and we stayed for a month in the NICU, and with the help that the house provides at the NICU, it made our life much easier. So we wanted to find an event where we could help with my wife, so we could a little bit give back what they did for us almost a year ago. Of course. Of course.
Sunday League team. You know, if you want to come, like 1 game contract, I mean, we need a goal scorer. We'll pay you in Broken Barrel.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald houses are really part of a neighborhood, and our neighbors are what make it possible for us to provide all the support to the families that are going through a medical crisis with their child. So for the Fire to be here and be supporting our families like good neighbors, it just means a lot to the families that we serve.
Now that is what you want right there, right? Players who show up with quality both on and off the pitch. So shout out to the fellas for showing up. But honestly, sometimes it's about spotting the potential early. And that's exactly what the Discovery Centers are built for. They give young talent a place to grow, to compete, and to get their first real look at the Fire way of doing things. And for some of those kids, the next step, it becomes real. They get the opportunity to put pen to paper and make it official with the Chicago Fire. That's not development. That right there is commitment.
We had this idea a few years ago, could we access more players in the area? Obviously with the scouting network, it's such a big area. So we felt that if we can actually go out there and identify talent locally, it'll be hopefully a successful period for us. So it's been running 2 years. We've seen over 2,000 players, but we've recruited 33 players into our academy system.
Discovery Centers is an opportunity for the Fire to really start to see what's going on in the Chicagoland area. It's an opportunity for young kids to see where their talent lies at 10, 11 years old already, to see kids from different neighborhoods. It's free, so kids in some of these underserved neighborhoods can't afford to be in these big clubs, and we want to give them the opportunity to show their talent. And I think with the Discovery Centers and the programs we're starting to design, I think it's allowing access for everyone to be a part of Chicago Fire FC. To see where we are these last 2 years and watch the Discovery Centers grow, we've been very transparent with youth clubs. Discovery Center is open, anybody can go, so kids from all different places show up. And then once we get to the invite portion of the year, every club is notified of what their players are participating. And so from that point on, we work with the youth clubs to say, hey, we want to invite them to certain dates. And then now we have to work on their schedule to see if the kids can show up, because their first and foremost priority is their club.
When I think of the local clubs, they're the engine that kind of powers us. Without the local clubs, we've got nothing. And that's all our development strands. They do such a fantastic job. When we do communicate with them, we give them the full details of what we're doing. When we bring players in, we constantly communicate that we're advancing them through the process. What we thought this year was we'd take away the stress from the player, the parents and the club and give them 3-year commitment. So when we bring them into our final presentation night and we're handing out our contracts and our agreements with the players, we also invite the DOC in to be part of that process.
So we brought them into our facility. We all spoke to the kids, the parents, and let them know what they're walking into and what they're getting ready to experience for the next 3 years.
First of all, congratulations. Congratulations on embarking on this journey. And thank you for entrusting us as your club.
I thought that was a good way to initiate and show them how much we're ready to invest in them.
I can guarantee you 2 things. The first thing is that we're going to do everything in our power to help develop your child and help them maximize their own potential. The second thing I'll guarantee you is it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough journey. It's going to be a lot of sacrifice from both the parents and the players, but I guarantee you stick with it, your child's going to come out on the right end of it.
Last bit I'll say to you today is we make a 3-year commitment to you, and we only ask for one thing in return, and that's just give your best. Enjoy the journey and look forward to working with you all.
What we wanted to do this time was commit to 3 years. So we commit to an education in terms of on the field and off the field education. It also alleviates some pressure on the parents and the player and also the coaches. But it also leads into our pro pathway. If they can get through the first 3 years, and then you're looking at growth and maturation, that can actually give us a better decision-making process leading into the pro pathway. And again, we just want to take the stress away from the family, the stress away from the player, and just commit to a really robust development pathway.
The following day, we took them to the Fire game and took them on the field, let everybody recognize them. They wore their jersey from their youth club, so I thought that was a great moment.
And then as we announced them into Chicago Fire, they took the jersey off and the Chicago Fire jersey was underneath. So yeah, that was a special moment.
And then they got the chance to just hang out and watch the game. So they are in the soccer world of the Fire, and hopefully one day you'll see some of those kids play on that field.
I just see a different energy. Soccer seems to be captivating young people now, and they come in with a huge smile on their face and an energy. And then when you think of just Chicago Fire, it's an enticing prospect right now. The training facility that we've got, obviously the announcement of the new stadium. So coming in at that level, it gives us so many years in terms of development. The years of development and the consistency on our games program and our game model. I can see some future players playing at our new stadium in the 78th district.
All right, that is going to do it for this episode of Inside the Fire. But before we go, we just got a quick reminder that we are back at it. September 6th, SeatGeek Stadium, Chicago Fire versus New England Revolution. And then back to Soldier Field, September 13th to take on NYCFC, a team that low-key, we should have beat them last time. Guti got a wreck. You know what? Don't even get me started. But seriously, it is the final stretch. And the guys can feel it. Every match matters, and every voice in the crowd helps. So if you've been watching from home, now is the time to come be a part of it. The energy's different than your couch, all right? Being there is where it's at, and you just gotta feel it for yourself. And I'll be there hosting as well, so I look forward to seeing, all right? Mi gente, that is a wrap for this episode of Inside the Fire. I appreciate you hanging with us. And until next time, I am Gabe Ramirez, y como siempre, like always, vamos Fire.